pricing. By the way, we've turned the page to another hour here at HSN, so if you are channel surfing, welcome. Andrew Lessman is our #1 brand as part of our Big Deals Weekend. This is one of only 2 shows that I feel fortunate and privileged to be a part of. We want you to experience the world's finest vitamins, and that's what Andrew is all about. The information he provides is just as important as the products. Stick around, though, because at the end of this hour, we're going to share a very special interview with Dr. Daniel Amen. I was actually watching his public broadcast special the other day with his lovely wife. Well, he'll be with Andrew in an interview form with a special package at the end of this hour. Remember, as part of Big Deals Weekend, everything is on 5-pay FlexPay, only until 12 midnight. So we have moved along. And Andrew, we were talking a little bit about the legs, of course, with circulation and vein support. But now when it comes to, you know, our fingers, our neck, our back, our knees, if our joints are talking to us, you've got to try Andrew Lessman's glucosamine. And not all glucosamine is created alike. And Andrew, I'll defer right to you. You've certainly probably been making glucosamine longer than anybody else, but definitely in a form that nobody else does, right?
I believe we, just as I said with CoQ10, I wasn't aware of anyone else that had a glucosamine chondroitin product back in 1979 when I started my company. And that was our first glucosamine chondroitin, our first product delivering what are called mucopolysaccharides or glycosaminoglycans. That's when I started. And one of the interesting things is that back then, most of what I had to do was talk about how different these ingredients are and that they have to be delivered in their proper form and things like that. And over the last 40 years, that problem has only become worse. That unfortunately, most of the glucosamine products you will see in supermarkets, pharmacies, discount stores, they contain a form of glucosamine called glucosamine hydrochloride. Same first name, glucosamine, different last name, hydrochloride. The form that we use, the form that the science and the clinical research and the experts recommend is glucosamine sulfate. And because of the sulfur, that plays a role in our joint tissue, our connective tissue. And what's interesting, when I read the charts during our normal shows, I have quotes from the scientific, from the medical literature. In fact, I have quotes from a couple of medical journals that are for doctors. And specifically, it tells doctors that if they're going to recommend glucosamine as a sort of a first line of joint defense to their patients, it has to be glucosamine sulfate. It shouldn't be glucosamine hydrochloride because only sulfate has the science and the research and the validation. Glucosamine hydrochloride does not, and it does not work.
Well, and Andrew, I'm actually opening up one of the capsules. You know, in your absence, I think we're all getting pretty good at that, by the way.
Opening capsules, yes. That's usually my job on set. I know I've lost that job. I can't wait. It's been fun being able to Skype the shows in from my house or from our facilities in Vegas and things like that, but Henderson, Nevada. But I really look forward to being back at HSN. It's sort of weird the way we've all sort of become so digitally connected and personally, I think, a little disconnected. But I look forward to being back there in person, hopefully the latter part of this year.
Well, absolutely. Fingers crossed there for sure. But one of the reasons I opened up the capsules, we keep talking about the Andrew Lessman difference, is, first of all, capsules, #1, not a rock-hard tablet that your poor little tummy has to try to, you know, work its digestive acids through. But it's in that form, and that's one of the things that sets you apart in addition to the formulation is that this nice ultra... Boy, is that one of the finest powders in any of your encapsulations?
It is, and one of the reasons it is because glucosamine chondroitin can be challenging to go into solution, not ours, because it's something, the more of a fine powder it is, the more surface area is exposed, and the more readily it goes into solution. Also, glucosamine chondroitin for some folks, especially the hydrochloride form, could be problematic could be irritating. Again, not ours. So everything we make, we have several capsule machines in my facility, probably more than a dozen encapsulation machines. We don't have a single tableting press. I will not make tablets because all a tablet does It's an obstacle. It blocks your absorption of an ingredient. You have to break down that tablet, and you have to do it quickly enough to make those ingredients available. I think a tablet is an insult to the quality of any ingredients, and it's also an assault on your digestive system. It causes hard to swallow, causes upset stomach, so we will have nothing to do with tablets. We only offer ultra-fine powders in a capsule or a liquid in a soft gel capsule.
Well, and that's just it. Your body can't benefit if it can't liberate, you know, those kind of life-altering, transformational ingredients. Andrew, if it's okay, I'll try to read maybe a couple of reviews or get through them, because again, here's another runaway customer pick and favorite. The missing link. This glucosamine and chondroitin product was the missing link for my legs and knees. I was already taking circulation and vein support. By the way, that's still available. But when I added glucosamine chondroitin, the two products together took away all discomfort. What a relief. I feel so grateful to Andrew Lessman for all his wonderful products. They really do a great job. That's from Mary in South Carolina. Let me see if I can at least sneak one more in here. Works. My husband has taken this for about 2 years and he has joint discomfort. He was taking another brand, we hear this a lot, with the same ingredients. We ran out of the Andrew Lessman version and he said, no big deal, I have some from the other brand left. About a week later, he kept complaining about how much discomfort he was in. He only takes 2 capsules a day, one in the morning, one in the evening. I ordered a bottle right away, and within days of receiving, he was feeling better. When he's experiencing more discomfort, he takes an extra capsule. That's from Crystal. Andrew, you hear that a lot, that especially with the glucosamine, yours makes that profound difference, even if somebody has tried somebody else, right?
Well, that's probably the most frequent thing we hear about this product is, and you can see it in the reviews as well, that unfortunately most glucosamine products are not made to follow the science, which is sad, kind of ironic, and also I guess a bit unethical, that it's the science on glucosamine that creates the interest by consumers. So when a company makes a glucosamine product, I think it's really incumbent upon them, it's their duty to make sure that that glucosamine product follows the science. Therefore, it needs to be glucosamine sulfate. What I find even more unfortunate is that when you look at pet supplements, and a lot of the original research on glucosamine was done in animal studies. They give it to racehorses and things like that. And to think that if you look at most of the pet products, they use, again, glucosamine hydrochloride, the form that doesn't have the same benefits as glucosamine sulfate. It's just unfortunate and sad.
It is. Okay, well, this is going to be a real quick special for you. Turmeric, many of you, boy, just do a little Google search on turmeric, and you're going to see a